This is group number 6, DUI traffic accident, with Harmony DeFord, Kyla Diaz, Valerie Coy, and Cody Howard.
On February 22nd, I found myself in trouble with the law for the first time. I had one too many drinks at a house party with friends and believed that I was okay enough to drive. This could not be farther from the truth, as I found myself rear-ending an innocent mother and her young daughter. It all happened so fast, and before I knew it, I was talking with police and saw other emergency responders, helping those I had hurt. Hello everyone, my name is Daryl Hahn and I am 17 years old. I am currently a senior in high school and fully engaged in my academic career, as well as being the quarterback for our football team, plus being involved in community activities. However, I have made a terrible choice that can potentially have an immense impact on the bright future I've had envisioned for me. Looking at my options, it seems to be that taking a plea agreement is in my best interest due to not facing as severe consequences of an adult DUI. The fines, community service, potential suspended license are fair punishments due to my poor decision making. I could have done a lot more damage, but choosing to go this route will allow me to learn from my mistakes and contribute back to those I have hurt.
As the arresting officer in this case, I, Officer DeFord, had identified the suspect as being a juvenile drunk while under the influence, DUI, who was involved in a motor vehicle collision. As I arrived on scene to investigate the collision, I saw that the suspect, Daryl Hahn, showed symptoms of a slight sway, slowed speech, and red eyes. All are signs of being under the influence of alcohol. The state of Arizona has a no-tolerance stance for DUI, especially underage, so I continued 3 field sobriety tests on Daryl Hahn. He failed 1, and when I administered a breathalyzer to the suspect, it was shown his blood alcohol content to be 0.05. Based on the blood alcohol content, the suspect's demeanor, and vehicular accident involving a child, I arrested Daryl Hahn underneath a misdemeanor charge, juvenile DUI, aggravated with child in car. Since this is the suspect's first offense and otherwise seems like a fine citizen, I would suggest a few days of detention and many hours of community restitutions as per Arizona code.
Good morning. As prosecutor of this case, we have decided to go toward a plea deal bargain to where he will plead down from a DUI charge to a reckless driving charge. With that, he will have to serve 300 hours of community service, pay a $750 fine, and have a 2-year suspension on his license. This accomplishes a couple things. Number one, it shows him the gravity of his mistake without, ruining his future football-wise, because a lot of times colleges, when they see a DUI charge, they'll drop their scholarship. Knowing that he's a state championship caliber football player, he's probably got some college ball in his future. 2, with the reckless driving charge, it will fully take care of the other party's medical bills. He is at fault. He's admitted he's at fault. They'll have all their stuff taken care of. Good to go. 3rd, this expedites the process and limits the amount of time that this takes in court. It will lower costs, less time, so we can spend it on other cases. So all around, I believe the plea deal is the best route to go.
Last month, the case of Arizona v. Daryl Smith came across my docket. Mr. Smith was charged with a DUI that stemmed from a car accident injuring 2, including a 6-year-old little girl. Daryl is 17 years old. He is in high school and plays on his football team. His blood alcohol level at the time of the accident was 0.05. Arizona has a zero tolerance for underage drinking, so at the time he was charged with a Class 1 misdemeanor DUI. The prosecutor, Cody Howard, and the defendant reached a plea agreement that would allow charges to be reduced to reckless driving. Reckless driving, though very serious, is a Class 2 misdemeanor and carries with it reduced consequences, both short-term and long-term. The court accepts the plea agreement with the following two stipulations. Mr. Smith is to attend traffic survival school and to attend a victims impact panel. The court hopes that by using this discretion, Daryl will use this opportunity to move forward and become a contributing member of society.
In conclusion, there are many different forms of discretion used throughout the system that could either make the decision more harsh or more lenient. Thank you for listening.